What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, Futuristic Mike, and I'm back with another video if you're new. Now today, this is going to be my review on My Block Season 3. And we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to dive into here. If you're a fan of On My Block, if you love On My Block, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you can always see when I'm dropping some content so you never miss any news or any On My Block news. I'm not sure if we're going to have any news for this show in the future because I don't know if there will be a season 4, but we're going to talk about all that in this video. So, we got a lot to dive into, but before we get into all the juicy stuff, be sure to give the video a like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any other uploads. Now, I just want to start this video off by saying that Season 3 was indeed a good season, but it wasn't better than Season 1 or 2. And the reason why I say that is for a couple reasons. We're going to get into all of that. Basically, this entire season was about the group trying to find Little Ricky because the head of the Santos, Cuchillos, was trying to have them find Little Ricky. And she told them that she wanted the group to find Little Ricky because that was the love of her life and she wanted to reconnect with them. But it was really because she wanted to kill him. This chick is the head of the gang, the head of the Santos, and she doesn't play any games. She's a murderer. And you learn that later on in the season. You don't physically actually see her kill anyone, but you can just tell she's about that life. Spooky works for her, and she threatened him multiple times throughout the season. The third season gave me a different vibe, but it was still really good. Abuelita wasn't in it as much as she was Season 1 and 2. She was still in it. I love her, man. She's funny. She always gives me a good laugh. I'm just going to tell y'all straight up that when On My Block first came out and I first tuned into Season 1, I wasn't completely interested in the characters, and I didn't know if they were all going to do that well. But to be honest, as time progressed and as I finished Season 1 and then Season 2, I got extremely invested in the characters. I really love all of them. One of my favorite characters is Jamal. I love Monse too. I really love all the characters, to be honest. I love all of them in different ways. Now in Season 3, I didn't think there was going to be a huge amount of gang violence and activity because they set the Prophets up in Season 2 to go to jail. So I didn't think we were going to be seeing too much stuff in Season 3, but we did. Spooky and a couple other people had interactions with some of the gangs around the neighborhood, beef over territory and stuff like that. And Cuchillos was not trying to give them any territory, and it just caused a lot of beef and a lot of altercations, and I thought somebody was going to end up dying, but they didn't. I was really scared, and I think it was like episode 7. I was really scared for Spooky because I thought Spooky was a goner. I thought he was dead. The rival gang had him in a cage, and they were like torturing him. They put a silencer to his head, and they didn't really show what happened. And then the gang rode up on Caesar and his friends, and they gave him something, and they told him that whatever you're looking for is at the destination written on the paper. So the season finale revolved around them pretty much in the middle of nowhere, like up in some mountains or something. And they're just trying to find whatever they're looking for. Whatever was on that paper, they're trying to find the location. They think Spooky's dead, and maybe like Spooky's buried out here, and I thought he was a goner for real. I thought he was really dead. Then they finally get to where they needed to be, and there was like 3 graves dug up, and they thought the graves was for them, but apparently it wasn't. I don't know why so many graves were dug up, and Cuchillos was laying there dead. So the gang killed Cuchillos, and they spared Spooky's life, and apparently Spooky and the gang was going to be working together in the future. I liked a lot of things about this season. I had a few issues with it, but overall, it was a solid season. I like the relationships between the kids and their parents. They never really focused on Jamal's parents a whole lot before in the past, but this season, it really had a lot of Jamal's parents. It showed Dwayne's barbecue joint. It showed his dad's barbecue shop. And it showed a lot of his dad. I enjoyed that part of the story. It showed Monse bonding with her father. And it was really sad because in this season, Monse's mother ends up dying. And she was never really too close to her mother in the first place because her mother left her growing up. And it was really sad because her dad was feeling like it was his fault that she left, and he was crying on Monse's shoulders, and it was a really emotional moment. He was really breaking down to Monse, and this entire season really had some of those emotional moments that really made you like stop and tear up for a minute. Especially, I loved Monse and Jasmine's relationship. In season 1, they were not friends at all. Jasmine annoyed the hell out of Monse, and especially Caesar, Jamal, and Ruby. In the second season, it was a little better. She was becoming part of the group slowly. And in this third season, she was pretty much part of the group. The core 4 pretty much became the group of 5. Jasmine was letting Monse stay over at her place. She was sleeping in the bed because she didn't want to be alone. With everything involving Cuchillos, how Cuchillos was going to be coming after them, Monse was scared to be alone. All of them were scared to be alone because their lives were threatened this entire season. They thought that at any moment, Cuchillos, the gang leader, was going to come and try to kill them or have somebody try to kill them. Like I said in my video last week when I first talked about On My Block Season 3, I said, when are these kids finally going to be able to live a normal life? And in this season, we saw them struggle a lot with trying to get away from this gang life, and it just followed them, man. They're young. They're like 15, 16 years old. They're not even seniors in high school, and they're dealing with all of this shit. They shouldn't be dealing with all this stuff this young. I really enjoyed the relationships in Season 3, though. Jamal finally got him a girlfriend. Well, technically, they were just sleeping together. In episode 1, this girl was following Jamal, and Jamal truly thought that this chick was with the Prophets because she was wearing green and she was going to a school. She was pretty much following him everywhere, and Jamal was scared. He thought she was with the Prophets and she was going to try to kill them or something. I don't know, but it turns out that it was just a chick stalking him because she liked him. And Jamal and this chick end up sleeping together multiple times throughout the season. We finally saw Jamal lose his virginity, and it turns out the chick, I guess, didn't even really like him like that. She was just wanting to sleep with him. She was always taking notes. She was kind of weird, but apparently she was homeschooled. But towards the end of the season, Jamal and her were texting, so I assume they're going to be getting to know each other a little more and hopefully take it to the next level, maybe a relationship. I really like the relationship between Monse and Caesar, too. We know in the past, they've always been together. At one point in season 1, we found out that something happened between them over the summer, and then they ended up getting together. They ended up breaking up, that back and forth stuff. But in this season, they really tried to repair that relationship they had. They tried to start on a clean slate and have a first date over again. I can't believe Monse slipped up though when she was drunk and she kissed Spooky. That really caught me by surprise. But Caesar didn't even care. He knew about it because Spooky told him. Spooky did not want that one little mistake to come between him and his brother. Now let's talk about Jasmine and Ruby. Oh shit, I seen this one coming. I literally knew this relationship was coming ever since season 2. Season 1, Ruby really could not stand Jasmine. She was annoying. She was always popping up. She was always getting in the way, and the gang really did not like that. Season 2, you could tell Ruby really was starting to like Jasmine because Jasmine started comforting him. She started giving him a shoulder to cry on when it came to the Olivia stuff because Ruby was in love with Olivia and Jasmine was being really nice to him. They went to a dance together, all types of stuff, and you could just tell Ruby was really starting to like Jasmine. And in this season, it finally heated up. Ruby was imagining Jasmine in lingerie and stuff like that all throughout the season. He was having fantasies about Jasmine, and then he finally confessed his feelings to her. At first, he didn't know if he liked her for her or he just wanted to get in her pants because Ruby's always masturbating. He always got that type of stuff on his mind, but he really liked Jasmine. It turned out at the end of this season, they ended up together. And then even when they had that time jump at the end of the episode, which we're going to talk about in a minute, they were still together 2 years later. Now, for a minute, we're going to talk about Caesar, Spooky, and their dad. Yes, their dad gets out of prison, and he comes back. He tries to come back into their lives. He just shows up in front of Spooky's house, and Caesar's walking by. He's like, yo, who the hell is this? And Oscar comes out with this gun, He's getting ready to blast someone. And then he's like, that's my father. And then Caesar wants to hang out with them. They spend some quality time together. They get to know each other a little bit more because he left when Caesar was young. He doesn't really know Caesar. He played a pretty big part in this season. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed Caesar's father's character. You could really tell that he actually cared for Caesar and his brother. You could actually really tell. He might have left when they was younger, but you could tell he wanted what was best for them. Jamal's dad ends up giving Caesar's father a job at Dwayne's barbecue joint. It sucks because towards the end of the season, their dad ends up leaving. He just leaves because he feels like that's what's best for the both of them. He doesn't end up coming back. And that sucks because I wanted to see Caesar and his father bond a little bit more. And it sucks what really happens to Caesar, man, when they do this time jump. We're going to talk about that in a second, man. That really messed me up at the end of this. That really messed me up. Anyways, it was a crazy season, and I was actually surprised we didn't see Chivo at all. I thought he was going to play a big part in this season. He played a part in season 1, and he was even in season 2. If you guys remember, Caesar was laying low at his house in season 2, and he didn't even make an appearance in this season. They tried to go to his house, and you could hear his voice, but we didn't actually see him. And it also turns out that they didn't even find little Ricky. That was the whole goal of this entire season, was to find little Ricky, and there was no little Ricky to be found. They dug his grave up, and he wasn't in his grave. So the question is he alive or dead? They don't really explain that part, which sucks. I wanted to know if little Ricky was alive. I'm sure if they make a season 4, then maybe we'll find that out. But I'm not sure if there's going to be a season 4, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Now, like I said earlier, they did a huge time jump, which was 2 years. Monse was going to a different school. She was going to have a roommate and everything. She was going to back out from going to the new school, and then Caesar comes in and talks her into going. So she pretty much says goodbye to the group. She kisses Caesar, and she hugs everyone. She tells them that she loves them. She drives away, and then it's going to say 2 years later. It shows their lives 2 years after all these events. She's in her dorm room with her new friends. She got pictures of her new friends next to her bed. She looks like she's having a good time. She looks like she's happy, and her life is going to be successful. Then it shows Jamal. He's just sitting there with his football uniform on. He must play football now. He's sitting there laughing and joking with his new friends. And then it shows Ruby walking by with Jasmine. Him and Jasmine are together. And then him and Jamal kind of like glance at each other. They stare at each other for a second, but you can tell at this moment that they really do not talk anymore. Like they're really not friends anymore. And that just goes to show you how much stuff changes as time goes on. Like when you think about it, like when you're in high school, after you graduate, do you really even talk to the people you went to high school with? Because I used to be the bestest of friends with people when I was in high school. And now I don't even speak to them. I don't even associate with them. And that just goes to show you that that really happens, man. It really does. Monse moving away kind of really separated the group. It really did. They promised each other that they would stay friends when she leaves and that the distance would never affect their friendship. But obviously it did. And that's crazy. And that just goes to show you that that really does happen. I've seen that happen plenty of times in real life. That's happened to me even. And that's just crazy, man. Then it goes to show some guy standing there and some people are getting beat up. It looks like a gang initiation. Somebody's getting beat up to get put into the gang. Then the camera zooms away and whoever it is got a Santos tattoo on their back. A big ass Santos tattoo. And then they turn around and it's no other than Caesar. And I was surprised. I was shocked. He had that Santos tattoo on his back. He had a heartbroken tattoo on his chest. He looked like he turned into a savage. He looks like he doesn't care. He looks like he's a murderer now. He really changed, man, within these 2 years. His head is shaved all the way. He has no hair. He looks just like Spooky did when Spooky was in the gang. So Monse moving away really changed Caesar in a way that he might not be able to come back from. Literally, he's in this gang. He got these tattoos, and he's like the head of this gang. And there's really no getting out of that life. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a season 4, because in my opinion, they kind of like ended it right here. This felt like an ending to the show. I really do hope there's going to be a season 4. I hope like in the next couple weeks to a month, they give us like a season 4 renewal, but I don't really know, man. To me, it just seemed like they ended the series, and I really hope that's not the case. And it's just not going to be the same because Monse, she's going to be graduating where she's at. She has new friends. Caesar's in this gang, and nobody even really talks to each other anymore, so I'm not sure how they would do that. I'm not sure how they would bring the show back. I really hope they can do it, but we just got to wait and see. But yeah, man, this was a really solid season. I really like season 1 the best. If I got to say, I'll say season 1 was the best, then season 2, then season 3. I'll give season 1 a A+. Season 2, I'll probably give a A-. And then season 3, I'll give it an A. It was still good. It just wasn't the best season out of all of them. I hope they can make a season 4 and it be even better than season 3. I really hope so. Let's keep our fingers crossed because this is one of the most popular shows to ever hit Netflix. You know it is. I feel like not enough people talk about it, but it really is one of the most popular shows. This, Stranger Things, Ozark, I feel like a lot of more people got to get hip though. So hopefully a lot more people start watching On My Block because it's definitely worth it. I highly recommend it if you've never seen it. So make sure you check out On My Block. Seriously, go and check that show out because it is fantastic. I'll be continuing to bring you guys more On My Block content in the future. That's if they renew it and there's more news on it in the future. But if so, I'll definitely be bringing you guys more On My Block content. I just want to take a few seconds out of my night to thank you guys. I really appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys riding with me on this journey. All the love and support, it really means a lot. And I'll be doing a giveaway at 13,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys tell your friends and whoever else to come and subscribe to me because I got a lot more content for all types of TV shows coming out. And I'll be doing a giveaway for 13,000 subscribers. I don't know what I'll be giving away yet. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you guys stay blessed out there and keep supporting your boy. I got content coming from all over. So make sure you turn on them post notifications so you can't miss anything. If you guys want to donate to the channel to help support the channel, I got links in the description to do so. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you can never miss a video. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. It's your boy, Futuristic Mike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.